the show, everybody.
Hi, everyone. I'm Kristen Cho.
And I'm Cameron Word.
Happy weekend.
Woohoo.
Yay.
It is Saturday.
So far, so good. Well, it just started.
It did just start. Yeah. But hopefully you're starting out the day well with this show.
Yeah.
Maybe you had some breakfast.
People who listen to us on Saturday are die-hard fans.
Yes, super fans.
Super fans. If I were to do anything on Saturday, like studying, it's because I love it.
That's right.
Okay. So every Saturday we have an article for you.
Yes.
And the title is Fasting may negatively affect hair growth. 단식은 모발 성장에 부정적인 영향을 미칠 수도 있다. Okay, so first of all, Cameron, do you fast?
I have in the past.
Okay.
So fasting, of course, I think now they do the intermittent fasting.
That's right.
간헐적 단식, right? But I have done like 3-day fasts where I
you
just
have?
don't eat anything.
Wow, that's a long time. I've never done that before.
Yeah. Well, my dad is a minister, right? So sometimes the church would do, like every year, would have like a few days of fasting.
Okay.
So for like religious reasons, I guess.
Of course.
But you've never done...
Not 3 days.
Not 3 days.
I do the intermittent fasting every day, but not like, I can't go 2 days.
It does. It's the second day and the third day are really difficult. No energy.
Okay. So when the title says it may negatively affect hair growth, means actually that you might lose your hair.
Yes, or it'll stop hair growth.
All right. So let's see what it says. Before we get to it, let's look at our expressions for today. To scare someone away. Well, we know scare someone. If you scare someone, you frighten them.
Yes.
But if you scare them away, what are you doing?
So this can be to frighten someone. They go, ah, and they literally run.
Yeah.
Or sometimes maybe they hear something bad and they decide, ooh, I'm not going to do that.
Oh, got it.
Yeah, you're just stopping someone from being there or from doing something.
Okay, all right. In hope of something?
This means that you are doing something with the goal of achieving something good.
Okay.
You're kind of praying that it will happen.
Okay. And then fall short of something. Fall short.
You have a goal, you have a target, and you do not reach it.
Okay, very good. Those are the expressions that we're going to focus on today. Let's see how they're used in our article. Let's take a listen.
Many people around the world fast or restrict their eating time or amount of food for health or religious reasons. But scientists recently discovered that hair growth was slowed in fasting mice. It didn't completely stop hair growth, so don't let that scare you away from this healthy practice. But if you are fasting in hope of losing weight and resetting your immune system, be aware that you may not see any hair growth for more than a month. In the study, the shaved mice who were fasting fell short of expectations for hair growth, while the control group who were not fasting grew hair normally.
Okay, please join us on page 44. Fasting may negatively affect hair growth. Let's begin. Many people around the world fast or restrict their eating time or amount of food for health or religious reasons. And you just mentioned, Cameron, that you did it when you were younger for religious reasons. But these days, a lot of people do it for 건강, health.
Yes.
Okay. What is this word restrict their eating time? This word restrict.
So restrict is another way of saying limit. So here, when you're restricting your eating time, you're having a very small amount of time that you are allowed to eat.
Right.
You cannot eat freely whenever you want, whatever you want. You're putting rules on something.
Right. And that is the idea behind intermittent fasting, where you have like 16 hours of non-eating and then 8 hours of eating, or, there are different variations.
Yes.
Now, so it's a fact that people fast, okay? For whatever reasons. Whatever reasons, that is our power pattern.
Yes. Mm-hmm. This is a way to give a vague reason when you don't want to give something super detailed.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, you can say for health reasons.
Yeah.
You're not going to say, because they have a bad liver, so they're not allowed to do whatever, right?
Okay.
You're only giving a very vague reason, saying it's in this category.
Yeah.
Same with religious reasons. Mm-hmm. For religious reasons means you're not telling them
exactly.
that they're Christian or Muslim or Buddhist. You're not going into those categories.
Mm-hmm.
You're just giving a very general, vague.
Yeah.
Because of their religion.
Right. So you may say, I don't eat that for religious reasons.
Yes.
You're not going to tell them the origin behind that.
Right, yeah.
Also, you could have for medical reasons.
Yes.
Okay.
Very similar to health reasons, right?
Mm-hmm.
You could also have for personal reasons.
Oh, that's a popular one. Yeah.
Which means there is a kind of private issue, and you don't want to give the details on that private issue.
Right.
But it's like you're saying, there's an important reason why I'm not doing this.
Yeah, so like I don't drink for personal reasons.
Yes.
Okay. All right, but scientists recently discovered that that hair growth was slowed in fasting mice. So the rate of growth, how quickly your hair grows, it slowed down in this study.
Yes.
Okay, let's continue.
It didn't completely stop hair growth, so don't let that scare you away from this healthy practice.
Okay, so it slowed it down, but it didn't stop hair growth.
Yes.
Okay? And so because of this fact, don't let that scare you away from this healthy practice. Because some people may think and hear this and go, oh my gosh, I gotta stop fasting.
Right.
Right?
Yes.
So you're scared,
yes.
and then you stop doing it. So what is this expression, scare away?
To scare away can mean physically scream or roar and make someone run away. But here, it's a way of making people feel uncomfortable doing something. So if the fact scared you away, you'd be saying, ooh, that doesn't sound good at all.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll do that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's not that you're screaming because you're afraid, but there's something that you don't want to participate in because you know you won't like the result.
So, say for example, it could be maybe a product or a company, and there's some scandal or some, questionable practices.
Yeah.
And you're like, ooh, I don't like that.
Yeah.
So you don't use it, or you don't agree with the company policy, so it kind of scares people away.
Yes. So I don't know for sure, but it might be bad, so I'm not going to do it.
Yeah,
I'm
going to stay away.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. Okay. But if you are fasting in the hope of losing weight and resetting your immune system, be aware that you may not see any hair growth for more than a month. Okay, so you want to lose weight, you want to, improve your immune system. So in hopes of doing that, so in hope of.
Yes, and like you just said, you can have it in the singular, in hope of,
yes,
or in hopes of.
Right.
Both are commonly said, but this is when you have a goal for whatever action you're doing. So this person wants to lose weight, or they want to reset their immune system, something for their health. So they're hoping that. They're like, oh, I really wish that this would happen.
Right.
So they're taking these actions. There's not necessarily a direct relationship, right? Like, it's your goal, but you don't know for sure if it will work 100%, right?
You're just hoping that it will.
Right. So using this phrase in hope of or in hopes of is a way of saying, I'm doing this action because I want this to happen.
Yeah.
It may not, but I am hoping for it.
Oh, very good. So you are hoping to lose weight and reset your immune system, but you don't know if it's going to happen.
Right. Everyone reacts differently to, whatever diet you may be doing.
Okay.
Yeah, but generally the hope is to lose weight, right?
All right. Let's continue.
In the study, the shaved mice who were fasting fell short of expectations for hair growth, while the control group who were not fasting grew hair normally.
So there is a little bit of an effect that it kind of, stops your hair growth for a little bit. Or slows it down.
Yes.
Okay. Fasting, the mice who were fasting fell short of expectations for hair growth. So what is this saying, to fall short of expectations?
So we have the expectations, which is a goal or a standard, right? And they did not meet those expectations.
That's what fall short means.
Yes. So if the number was 10, maybe they only got to an 8.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah, it fell short.
It fell short. It's probably not a big failure. It's not a 1 or a 2, but it is not that full 10.
Right. That's a good point. So expectations were high up there and it went below the expectations. So, people who were not fasting grew hair normally. People who were, not people, but the mice who were fasting kind of fell short a little bit of normal hair growth. Okay, good to know. Let's go ahead and listen to that one more time.
Many people around the world fast or restrict their eating time or amount of food for health or religious reasons. But scientists recently discovered that hair growth was slowed in fasting mice. It didn't completely stop hair growth, so don't let that scare you away from this healthy practice. But if you are fasting in hope of losing weight and resetting your immune system, be aware that you may not see any hair growth for more than a month. In the study, the shaved mice who were fasting fell short of expectations for hair growth, while the control group who were not fasting grew hair normally.
It's time for Power Note. We're on pages 46 and 47. If you scare someone away, it means to scare them, but not only scare them, but have them avoid you.
Yeah, leave. Go away.
Run away. Yeah. Okay. What was that noise?
I scared a stray cat away from our trash cans.
Yeah. Cat was scared and he ran away.
Ran away.
Okay. Lily tried not to let her enthusiasm scare him away on their first date. So in this situation, sometimes you can get overly excited because you're happy with what you see, your first date, it's exciting. So she is overly enthusiastic. And why would the guy be scared away, possibly?
Well, depending on how Lily was acting, if someone is too enthusiastic, too interested from the beginning, they might seem like a stalker.
Or too desperate.
Whenever, on a first date often, if you're too interested.
Yeah, I like to get married and have 3 children.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It gets really scary really fast.
Right, that's right.
So, that's why she didn't want to scare him away.
Okay, and you can scare people away by doing that.
Yes.
Being too much.
Yeah.
Okay. In hope of something means that you have a certain expectation or desire for something to happen. However, you're not sure if it's going to happen.
Yeah.
You just hope.
You're just hoping.
Okay. Why didn't you come out for wings and beer last night?
I stayed late at the office in hope of finishing the report on time.
Okay.
You were going to do overtime, but you were not completely sure you would finish.
That's right.
But that was your goal.
That was your goal, and that was your reason for not going to have wings and beer, chicken and beer. Mary joined the competition in hope of winning the grand prize. We don't know. I mean, there was no guarantee she had a good chance, but that's all.
Right. So like we said before, this can be in the singular, in hope of, or it can be in the plural, in hopes of. Do you say one more than the other? Is there a difference in meaning?
That's a good question. I feel like in hopes of is probably seems a little bit more natural to me.
I agree.
Right, Cameron?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You hear both and you see both.
But I hear more hopes more.
Right. Personally, I think I use the plural more too.
Okay. I have another great example, and we hear it in the news. There have been movies about it, but you see these adoptees, people who are adopted.
네, 입양된 사람들.
That's right. And they come to Korea, right, in hopes of finding their birth mother or birth father.
Yes.
Right?
That is their wish. Their hope is to find their family.
Right.
What we would call biological family.
Yes.
But you don't know for sure.
Right. So it's that element of we don't know.
Right.
Yeah. So there is, I think that's the difference in this expression, is that there is that ending that we don't know about.
Right.
Okay. Very good. All right. Fall short of something means to not meet a goal, expectation, or standard. I heard you got fired, Tim. What happened?
My sales performance fell short of expectations all of last year.
So oftentimes this expression is used with the word expectations.
Yes.
Okay. Fall short of expectations. And then, despite his hard work, Jake fell short of the required grade to pass the course. Okay. So fall short of the required grade. You need a certain grade to pass the course. You didn't get it.
Yeah, maybe he needed a 70% and he got a 67%. Only 3% difference, but he did fall short.
That's right. Very common is in a sales department. Annually, they have their sales goals.
Yes.
Right? So if you fall short of those annual goals, that means that you didn't sell as much as you wanted. Okay. Power pattern. For whatever reasons. Okay? Many people practice yoga for mental health reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are a lot of different types of mental health reasons, but just a vague general way to say that.
Yeah.
My sister stopped eating dairy for health reasons.
Yeah. All right. Stopped eating gluten for health reasons. You can utilize this expression in so many ways.
Yes.
Okay. Power vocab is the word restrict, which means to control or limit. Doesn't mean stop. It's just like controlling.
Yes.
Do check out the definition on page 48. What else should our listeners do?
Please go to Audio Hakdang, and for a small monthly fee, you can listen to so many great shows, not just ours, but many other amazing EBS teachers.
Absolutely. So if you really want to improve that English, don't just listen to us, listen to all of the programs.
Get a wide variety of teachers.
Absolutely. All right. Thank you so much for studying with us this week, and have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.